So yeah, My Melbourne was a very interesting project for me to be a part of. I got to shoot a film along with Imtiaz Ali, with Onir, with Reema Das. Of course, it was spearheaded by the dynamic Meetu Bhaumik from Melbourne. Very interesting project. It was basically showcasing Melbourne as a city and celebrating different aspects of it. It had a great response from audiences. It released, through PVR in India also. So lovely to be a part of it and come here and share it with the audience in IFFI. IFFI is such an exciting platform. I think everybody's the INB ministry, NFDC. They've all done such a fabulous job of creating IFFI in such a world-class platform. The fact that we could come here on an 11 a.m. screening to a house full, it shows that the festival is truly a celebration of cinema. And I'm really proud to be here showcasing My Melbourne at IFFI.
It's great to see that the theatres are running to watch movies, which are not in the commercial space. What is also heartbreaking, for many independent filmmakers, and I'm not sure if you're aware about it, but about 46 filmmakers have
Yes, I read that.
yeah, so isn't that a matter of concern?
Of course it is.
Do you think independent cinema is really in dire need of that kind of support coming in from the industry? Everyone probably can come together, or what do you think can be done?
Absolutely. I feel, independent cinema and films, I won't just say independent cinema because that's a bit of a erroneous term in the sense a lot of it is also supported by studios, but in terms of its funding. But the thing is that, what is happening, and this is something I keep saying, that part of the ecosystem of the industry is the audience. And oftentimes I see the audience saying, a certain kind of cinema is not being made, only one kind of cinema is being made. But when different cinema is made, the audience then step up and support it. Of course, there has to be support from the exhibition space. You have to give them good showcasing, you have to give them enough screens, because only then will an audience be able to come. What happens is sometimes a screening is given only in the morning, or screening is given only in the afternoon. And we know that the bulk of the audiences come only in the evenings. So theatres also need to make sure that showcasing is done where there are evening shows for such cinema. Don't give them many shows, but give them at least one show, so that an audience that would like to come and watch this film gets an opportunity to watch it. Otherwise, even if an audience wants to come, they cannot come. So it's a two-way thing. Audience needs to really come and support it, and the exhibition space needs to give them appropriate showcasing.
Right. Of course, two things have to work for it to come together.
Yeah.
What I also got to know is, I interviewed Swami, and he said that there's a movie that you both are working on, and it's a sports drama. And so tell us a bit about that. Is sports a space that you're really enjoying?
So I don't call any of my films sports, drama, love story, action. For me, it's a human story. There are different elements that come into a story, and then people classify it. For me, it's a great human story that I attempt. So yeah, Sameer and I are working on a couple of ideas, and looking forward to that. I really respect Sameer as a person in the industry who I think has a great knack for selecting interesting stories, and more importantly, being able to support them, when he goes against the grain, and has proven many a times with shows and films where conventional wisdom would not say go ahead with this. He goes ahead with it and makes a success of it. So I'm excited to collaborate with Sameer, and applause.
Is that the same movie where you and Kartik are going to collaborate?
So as of now, we've not announced anything. We're still talking. What happens is, as a filmmaker, there are several ideas that all of us are always discussing. So what happens is, cross connections ho jate hain. People see me with a certain actor and say, this must be that film. It's not that. We're still sort of working on ideas, and I think in a month or so we'll be able to announce exactly what we're doing.
In a month it's going to be announced. I'm sure you have a script in place.
Script, of course we have, but there's so many other things that need to come into place for a film, The actor needs to come in, the actor's dates needs to come in, the studio needs to come in. So we're working on all of that, and it's an exciting project. And
what space is that into?
it's my space. Yeah. So my space is a good, exciting human interest story, and of course it has larger than life backdrops of politics, of society, everything. But at the end of the day, it's a exciting human story.
Right. Lastly, is Bajrangi Bhaijaan actually happening? Do you think a movie like Bajrangi Bhaijaan, the kind of layers it had and the kind of things specifically that it tried to narrate through the movie, do you think that can be made in today's time, where we are talking about harmony?
I don't think anything like something a film like Bajrangi and the values it talks about will always work. That's the reason why the film continues to get the kind of love it does. आज भी जब TV पे आती है, I get messages कि हम बैठ के पूरी picture देखी. So that is never a doubt in my mind. Whether we will make Bajrangi 2 or not is a question which Salman and I have often spoken about, and I'm really happy to say that we both are in agreement on one thing, that yes, we know the love that Bajrangi does, we know the potential that a Bajrangi 2 can have, but we also know that the legacy that Bajrangi has created, the love that it has, and the worst thing that we could do is make a film just to exploit its success and then end up destroying the legacy. So both Salman and I have agreed that if we get a story which is as good or better than part 1, then we will come together and make Bajrangi 2. Otherwise, we will keep enjoying the love and legacy that the first part has created.